Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a book review of Longshot and Blockshot, which is by Kennedy Ryan. Book 1 Longshot is the start of the Hoop series, talking about August and Iris. So I recently cut the cord, and so now books are my cable. So this story is about a basketball player. I must first start off because I did not really read the author's note. So this kind of blindsided me, and I don't want anyone to be blindsided. So, trigger warning, this story is about domestic violence, not dealing with August. So, August is the heron in this book, and he's going to be rescuing Iris in some way. I don't want to give too much away, but they meet, and she's already dating and involved with August's rival, but he finds an attraction to her. And so this is their journey throughout the years that they are just, I don't even think they're friends. They just keep bumping into each other because August is an NBA player and his rival is Iris's boyfriend. So this is about their love story, even though they're not together in the beginning. Um, Obviously, they will become together towards the end. So, I really like this book as a beginning. I think that their love story was amazing. Now, at the time, I didn't realize, and I'm just going to be crucially honest here, didn't realize that because I did not read the author's note. That's why I'm letting you know that this book is about domestic violence and a domestic violence relationship. And I've actually had the opportunity to listen to some Kennedy Ryan interviews, and she talked about her inspiration for this book. And oh my God, this hair doesn't want to stay. Don't judge me, y'all. Um, she talked about why she made this book, how she didn't have domestic violence experience herself. So she actually interviewed women, and she also made them beta test readers because if they didn't like the story, if they couldn't relate to the story, then, she wouldn't have felt comfortable putting this book out. And that's one thing that I really like about Kennedy Ryan. Um, I, Before I read this book, or before I read this series, I had also read Real by her. So, one thing I really like about Kennedy Ryan and her books is that she discussed different topics. So, this topic was domestic violence, and she also does research. So, she doesn't just write it because, oh, she wants to write it. She does interviews, she does researches. She might have like definitions and woven into the book, and it's just like, so I really like that about her. So and I feel like each book that I've read so far by her, which have not been a lot, I've only read the hooks. I don't know why I keep wanting to call it Hook. You know why? Because that's my favorite book in the series. My favorite book is the last book, and that's called Hook Shot. So I keep wanting to call it the Hook series, but it's actually called Hoop series. Okay, and I need to get that in my brain. So anyway, guys, bear with me. She wanted to write about domestic violence after she saw a famous player do something drastic to his girlfriend, and so it touched her. But she had never been in that type of situation, so she didn't want to come from a not understanding view. So she interviewed these women. So August and Iris, they meet, I think the night before. At the time, he was still in college. So this is right before he gets into the NBA. And that's where they're, I wouldn't call it a friendship, but that's where they start running into each other. And he finds out not only does she have a boyfriend, but the boyfriend is his rival. And I mean, his rival since like high school days, and they can't stand each other. And I couldn't stand him either. And so she talks about how, because one thing I do like, we don't always understand when women get in domestic violence relationships. Why don't you leave? And so, um, after you read this story, I really think you should try to go search out some Kennedy Ryan interviews, because that really helped me understand the book. She says that she wanted readers to understand um, how these girls can easily get into these relationships, and it's not because they're going to stay for the money and all the glitz and glam like we usually believe. So I just really appreciate that. And also, I really appreciated that even though Iris is going through this relationship and this domestic abuse, she was self sufficient, and the way that she did not lean on August, and you will read that too. She did not lean on August to pull her out of this. And I really appreciate that, because she did not allow herself to be a victim, and she fought back, and that's what a lot of women in domestic relationships do. So I would love it if you read the book. There are some hard parts. I mean, the way that Iris endures the abuse, you are going to feel it as a reader. But if you think you can stomach it, I believe it's a beautiful love story. Oh, child, now let's get to the book I didn't like. Now, just because I didn't like this book doesn't mean I don't like Kennedy Ryan. Obviously, I still want to read her stories. But this book right here, it was not it. I'm about to show you what it looks like. Now, thank God these books are standalones, but you know, you're going to want to read them so that you can understand the story, because like August and Iris, they're going to show up in this book, and so on and so on. And this book, I don't know what happened. Like, compared to the my hierarchy of the books that I had for Miss Kennedy Ryan, this book, you can't even see it on the screen. That's how low it was. This book is called Blockshot. So there's 3 books in the series: Longshot, Blockshot, Hookshot. Again, I keep calling it Hook series because Hookshot was my favorite, but this was my absolute. I do not like them. Blockshot. This is Jared. Jared. He is a very. I think Jared in this story is August's sports manager, like sports agent. So this is a story about sport agents. He falls in love with Banner, who is also a sports agent, and I like that they are in a competitive world. I like that they're competing, and that she is a feminist. She is, I believe, Banner is of Latin descent. She is a go-getter. She is trying to encourage women to go after these male-dominated fields. I really appreciated this, but oh my God, I rated this book 1 star because that is all I gave. Jared is so selfish. I feel like Banner is way too good for him. Honestly, I feel like this romance was a romance of, I wouldn't even say romance of convenience. I feel like Banner is settling for Jared. He's such a selfish man. He just is like only settling for Banner because she's there. Okay? She's there and she's giving him the time of day. But he don't even want her. I feel like Banner could have did so much better. Oh my God, I cannot remember her boyfriend's name at the time. Total sweetie. He was done wrong. If you want to know, like, honestly, am I going to recommend this book? No. I was so annoyed. He does not deserve Banner. Banner's boyfriend was so sweet to her, literally did anything for her, and she left that good man, broke that good man's heart for this. I was so annoyed to the point where they were later mentioned in Hookshot, and I didn't give a darn. I was like, if I don't want to hear about them, I just want to hear about August and Iris. This book is the definition of I need to make a series, so I'm gonna throw this book in here. That's what it gave. I shouldn't even have gave it 1 star. I love Kennedy Ryan still, but they were a waste of relationship. I still think they're enemies. I don't care if they say enemies to lover, because Banner should have better confidence than to be with Jared. That's what I believe. I believe like he was very rude to her. In the beginning, when they're still in college, they used to be friends, and they used to study together. But something happened, I'm not going to spoil it for you, where now they're both sports agents and they can't stand, well, it's not really that Jared can't stand Banner. Banner can't stand Jared. And so they're competing, but she's like really good at her job. And his company is like, you know what? We really need to get her over here because she's so good. She's our competition. Why we not hire her? It gets to that point. And then they want Jared to play nice with her. But like I said, he doesn't deserve Banner. I feel like she should have stayed with, I can't with that book. You see how happy I was describing Longshot, and then how my pressure rose describing Blockshot? That is the massive difference between that book. But that's okay, because Kennedy Ryan did not disappoint. Like I said, I read this book just to get to Hookshot, and I have so many notes on Hookshot that's gonna have to be in another video. But I thank you guys so much for watching me. If you made it this far, put a basketball emoji in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you could deal with me and all my I really appreciate you, because like I really want to do book reviews more often, and this is like the first time I'm doing it, and you know, I was really nervous, but I love you guys. I thank you guys for watching this video. If you have Kindle Unlimited, go read these series. I'm really considering buying the physical copies because I like her that much. Thank you guys so much. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let me know what you're reading. All right, mwah.